Hi, my name is Sherry, and this is Cross Potent, a place where magical people meet. And today I'm in sunny South Florida enjoying the beautiful weather, and I'm going to bring to you your September horoscope for the Native American Zodiac for 2016. I'm going to start with the planets, and then I'll talk about some of the aspects. First we'll start with the sun. It's been in the brown bear. It's going to start the month in the brown bear, which is a practical kind of totem. The brown bear is where we're generally most effective at bringing things to fruition and bringing projects to completion. On the 23rd, it's going to move into the crow totem, which is a much more social, much more outgoing, charming type of totem. This is more of a time to celebrate after the harvest kind of theme that you might see going on. Also, Jupiter is going to be moving into the crow to bring this energy more into our luck. I'll talk more about that in a minute. But so the crow is about sharing spirit medicine. It's about sharing the love with your close people and with people you don't even know. One thing I usually hear about the crow is social lubrication. This is definitely part of the charm and the talents of the crow totem. The new moon is going to be in the brown bear, but this new moon, you think of the brown bear as the harvest and practical matters. The brown bear is the time of year of the harvest. But this new moon might be a little bit different kind of new moon. Since Mercury's been retrograde since July 30th, and it'll be retrograde for about 3 weeks, this new moon might be a new moon of internal things, looking inward for the harvest, on the interior of your perceptions of the world and your daily habits and your close inner world. The planet Mercury will go direct on the 22nd. At this point, when Mercury's energy starts moving forward again, really it's going around the sun, and it kind of looks like it goes behind the sun, and then it comes across the front of the sun, and then behind the sun, and the front of the sun. So it's sort of like a zigzag in the sky 4 times a year. So it looks like it's going backwards. Technically, it's just coming across the front of the sun, and then it'll go back across the back of the sun. So it's a little shift of gravitation where usually the sun is kind of blocking Mercury's energy. Now Mercury's gravity in tidal force is moving in front of the sun, and it might throw us off a little for a few weeks. But think of it as a time to work on yourself on the inside. That's what I tell people. So after it goes direct, all of this can kind of find its application more out in the world. The Venus is in the crow, starts in the crow. The crow is very observant. The crow is in Venus is a very charming, very friendly type of totem. It is compatible with the otter, the deer, the owl, and the salmon. But after the 23rd, when the planet Venus, which is the romance planet, the planet of attraction, things along those lines, moves into the sexy snake. Whoa, watch out. But the snake is also a bit reserved, a bit mysterious. So after the 23rd, the snake is compatible with the woodpecker, the wolf, the brown bear, and the goose. So that energy might take, I wouldn't say take precedence, but it might find a little more harmonious interactions after the 23rd. Your energy planet is in the owl. Your energy with the owl is going to flow better with the salmon, the hawk, and the crow. After the 27th, Mars moves into the goose, which joins Pluto. So the goose has a better energy with beavers, brown bears, and wolves. So there's this shift. It's probably going to last for a few months down the road. This will still be affecting us because the energy planet Mars is rather rapid moving, but not quite as fast as like Mercury and Venus. Jupiter starts in the brown bear, which has been in a while, and I've been talking all about that. But on the 9th, it moves into the crow. And this is the theme I'm telling you about. The Jupiter will conjunct the Sun on the 25th and the 26th. This is like the luckiest time of the year with the planet of luck and the Sun meeting each other. So this is a great time for family reunions, get-togethers, anything you want to be good and fun and happy. This is the time. This is the season. So keep in mind that crows are often in flocks. They're a social creature. In ancient times, there was also a belief that the crows had their own language, and to be a shaman, you had to speak the language of the crows. So the idea of having your own language that you can communicate, say with your totem, say there's a special butterflies that congregate out your window, or there's certain birds nesting in your tree, and you feel very connected with them. So keep in mind that having a special language or a special understanding in a way, or seeming as though you can kind of understand the crows, is not something to be afraid of. This is part of bringing the sacred medicine into your life. There is this universal understanding, much more than people think, and allow yourself to be open to that with the planet of luck coming into the sign of the crow. This is definitely a wonderful time to listen for those special languages and possibly listen for something you might not have heard before. So the planet Saturn is in the owl, it's been in the owl, this slower moving planet. Saturn is the planet of consciously thinking of maintaining the structures in your life. It's learning self-discipline. The planet of Saturn is not necessarily a happy planet, but it is a very effective and important planet in our lives. Being in the owl is the traveler. She's always keeping her eyes open for a little mouse for her little babies that she can bring back to the nest. When you think of these big eyes, you might think being able to see far, but it also means seeing far in visions and in dreams along those lines. So this is a time when meditation practices can become part of the structures of your life easier. And in those meditations, you might have dreams about things, or visions or flashes of insight, or connectedness with totems in your environment. Very good time to facilitate that. Now, whereas the planet Uranus is in the hawk, I've had a lot of questions about the difference between the owl and the hawk. They're very similar. They are similar. The owl, think of the explorer, the traveler. With the hawk is the pioneer. Okay, the big difference is the pioneer wants to go where no one's ever gone before. They want to be the first one to step foot there. They want to be the first. They don't want any other sign of anything's ever been there before. They want to be the first. However, the owl is an explorer. They want to know where the best hangouts are. They're not looking to go somewhere out in the middle of nowhere with no other people. They want to know where other people have gone and made mistakes, and they want to avoid those mistakes and go where is the better spot to go. So owls like to visit tourist attractions, and owls like to visit museums, and owls like to travel to places like that where they can enrich their mind. The hawk wants to just explore and find something completely new that no one's ever seen before. So I hope that kind of explains it a little bit better. So Uranus being in the hawk, obviously planet of chaos and revolution, being in the sign of the pioneer, this has been a boon for companies like Uber and Airbnb that have disrupted the Airbnb's disrupted the hotel industry, and Uber's disrupted the taxi cab industry. So this is a prime time for this generation, this up and coming generation, to be disruptors and to discover new ways of thinking of renting a room to someone, or a new way to find a ride somewhere. So it's very exciting to see what's coming out right now. Neptune, I mentioned, is in the Wolf, whereas the full moon will be in the Wolf on the 16th. Neptune's been in the Wolf, will be in the Wolf. It's a slow-moving generational planet. So the thing about the Wolf generation is they have to be free. Now, a wolf is very loyal to their pack and their most closest people, but you cannot cage a wolf. It will never be happy. You cannot have them on a leash. It cannot feel tied down. And I noticed with my daughter's generation, at work, they want a schedule that works with their life, with the things they have going on in their life. They don't want to work and have it interfere with anything. And that was a very different philosophy than when I was young, getting my first few jobs. You just took whatever you were given, and that was that. So they're demanding their freedom now. That's a very interesting quality I see generating. Pluto, planet of permanent change, is in the Goose, been in the Goose, going to go direct on the 26th. And this is really a very subtle planet, and a very subtle, you probably won't even notice the shift on the 26th when it starts going direct. It's such a, what would you say, slow moving. The change is very slow, but permanent. Transmutation is a word, it's like a $10 word that means like metamorphosis, like a caterpillar moves into the butterfly stage. It will never go back to the caterpillar. It is, once the change has happened, it's permanent. So these changes that are going on with the Goose generation, they don't want the plastic stuff of the 70s. They don't want the big hair of the 80s. They don't want the techno bubble stuff of the 90s. They want real stuff. They want something they can hear, smell, taste, touch. They want the experience. And they're not going to be happy with a phony imitation. So that's an interesting quality I see coming about now through that. Important aspect this month. On the 10th, Saturn is square Neptune. A little bit of irritation and challenges around the 10th, especially between the structures in your life and the dreams and your hopes and maybe what your friends are trying to get you to do. So just be aware that you just need a little more patience, and if something seems too good to be true, it probably is. Watch out for that around the 10th. Keep in mind, opportunities are like real ripe, low-hanging fruit. They're there for the picking, but they're not going to fall in your pocket. You have to reach out and be proactive and grab those fruit. So if something seems like it's just falling in your pocket, I would be a little skeptical around the 10th. Things might not be what they appear on the surface. And I hope you like this video. If you did, you can like and share and subscribe. You can subscribe for free. Just click the subscribe button and you'll get a little email update every time I post a video. And I look forward to making more videos for you. Thank you for watching.